All right, traders, every single Wednesday we have a stock review, and this one's coming from you. Live from Nashville! All right, traders, there you had it. The Nashville crew here in this capital of the state, Tennessee. We are all partying and getting excited together because the market had ourselves a little bit of a pullback. Finally, not that we didn't think it would. All we're doing is just retesting old resistance, new support. This is the weekly chart. Personally, I would love a pullback on SPY down to about 325-ish and some change. That would be incredible. I'm just waiting for that to happen. If it does, great. If it doesn't, that's also fine. But what I can say is we do have an inside day on the SPY. Beautiful gap, really gorgeous move. Can we go higher from here? Yeah, absolutely. The trend is bullish. Otherwise, worst case scenario, something like this. Best case scenario, that. Really good scenario, something like this. So what I'm gonna do is just take some stock requests from the live room. First one was Boeing. And what I actually do like on Boeing is I like this little high wave candle. The interesting thing on Boeing is you're coming into a really saucy support. Here is that saucy support right here at 157. We have not closed below it. Coming from the really strong candle on June 3rd, we bounced in August, and now we're coming back down to that low. That's the only thing holding up Boeing for now. Again, I think worst case scenario on Boeing, we retest a little bit, we really flush down to 137, everyone really gets terrified, and then we bounce. That's worst case. Again, this, in my opinion, is an unbreakable basket. If Boeing goes to zero, we're gonna have bigger issues than what's on Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, NFLX, weekly chart, still in a bullish trend. Daily chart, still looks good. Hammer candle, inside candle, a little bit of a bearish gap up fade type of trade today. Don't see anything too crazy on Netflix. I do love the fact that it came down through here, and I would like to see it pop back down, throw in a lower shadow, and then bounce. That's what I would really like on Netflix. Again, time will tell. We shall see. All right, what do you guys want to look at? Net, ticker symbol NET, I think from Robert in the back. So net, this is nice. This is going to go some direction soon, quickly. We are at the 100 simple moving average. You had a really good pullback, and this is a pennant pattern of all pennant patterns. Can net go lower? Absolutely. So again, I know the market is bullish, but if we start getting some breakouts and a big close or bear move tomorrow or the next day, I'll buy some protective puts on some of the shares that I bought recently on Cloudflare, because we could trade all the way back to 26. I'm not saying it will happen, just I'm saying it could. Really good 100 simple. I do like the company. I do like the pullback. It looks like a good spot. But realistically, all things could still easily afford to pull back lower. We're going to find out, honestly, before Wednesday of next week, if it does. All right, what's the next one? PayPal. PYPL. If you want to pay a pal, PayPal. Weekly chart should be in a bullish trend. And if you're watching, yes, the internet has been almost this slow the entire time. So the daily chart, I love this really exaggerated dip on PayPal, because what's interesting, at this point, there's no real news, nothing intrinsically interesting in the market to cause the sell-off. I mean, it's not COVID related. So it's just sheerly profit taking, in my opinion. So really quick drop, filling some gaps, nice lower shadow, huge volume, and then we're just back off to the races. Could this be a bounce off the 50 EMA? Stay tuned and we'll find out, Johnny. But it looks like it. It really does look like we are bouncing off the 50 EMA, as the trend hasn't hit the 50 since last time me and Yates lost a few $1,000s on PayPal back in early April. But really, right now, trend looks good, chart looks good, direction looks good. We shall see what happens. What's the next one? Peloton. So Peloton, PTON. This is the daily chart, and it still looks pretty strong. This one, I believe, has earnings on Thursday night. And honestly, team, Peloton could hit 100, probably will hit 100 very soon. It looks really powerful. Nice high wave candle. This one is already taking out the recent bear resistance highs, except for the all-time high on Peloton. So tomorrow we gap above here, close above here. We'll find out what happens. Of course, earnings can do anything. But if earnings gap down on Peloton, expect some selling and then some aggressive buying. And if we gap up, I have no idea how high Peloton can go. This thing could absolutely move, shake, and bake. My buddy Christian is in a 1 90-110 bull call debit spread for this Friday. Over earnings, he bought some calls on the pullback. I mean, why would he do that? Back on September 4th, buying the salsa Peloton, looking pretty strong. What's another one, though, you want to look at? Match. MTCH, Match Group, Jacob's on it, handle name, just kidding. 100 simple moving average. Trend looks good. A little bit of a morning star reversal, nothing too exceptionally amazing, but I mentioned this before and people laughed, so I figured I'll say it again. Very few people are playing tonsil hockey in real life right now. So since a lot of internet dating is the strong way to meet someone, Match Group, Tinder, and a few other positions like Match.com look good on the long-term scale. I would love a pullback down to 91. We got it once. That looks like the short-term retest. We could get a longer-term retest at 91. Personally, I'll be a huge fan of the market getting one more rotation low. We'll see if it happens. And again, it may or may not, but we'll find out by next Wednesday. Otherwise, chart looks pretty. We got time for two more. Let's hear them. Roku, R-O-K-U. Roku had some deliciously delightful strength yesterday and closed with an inside bearish day today, which means tomorrow we'll probably be keeping an eye on it here in the live Nashville retreat for a potential gap up and continuation higher. Weekly chart looks really, really good. The funny thing is on Roku, we are making higher highs and higher lows. And as it stands, this is some version of a 1, 2, 3. We're getting a 4, and then 5 is coming on Roku. So if you're patient enough on it, I'd like to see this one win. The monthly chart looks pretty, and the daily chart also looks kind of clean. It's just going to hang out for a few more days and or a week or two before I think starts getting some more bullish love. Let's get another one. Under Armour, ticker symbol UAA. Really strong close yesterday. Good breakout. Moving averages are going a little sideways. I feel like we talked about this a lot in the retreat. So what I'm looking for is some bear candles to come into there, a sideways move, and then if you're looking at playing Under Armour, take the breakout of the bear candle after it trades down a little bit. Right now, we are as flat as we were back in March. Not the greatest sign of a long-term position. If you're accumulating Under Armour down here, that's cool. I don't have any position in this one right now, but it does appear like it's in an accumulation phase. The biggest question that any investor or shareholder has to have on Under Armour should be, is it going to zero? And that I don't know, but could it? Yeah. That trend is not what I would refer to as bullish. So keep your eyes on it, watch it. If you're accumulating it, great. Obviously, you can swing trade on any time frame. So if you're playing an hourly chart, I'd probably be more of a buyer at $10.10. I'd pick up some more at $9.70, and then I'd have my stop at $9.20. Folks from around the world, thanks so much for listening to your Wednesday stock review. Today was a Wednesday with an eye here at the RLT retreat. And if you're having massive FOMO because you're not here, we just released the next one. 2021 in Charlotte. One of my buddies reached out to me. I think his name was Cesar Ruiz on Instagram. He already bought a ticket. Go ahead and RSVP. Next is Charlotte in North Carolina, January 2021. I'll see you then. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.